Actually, President Obama delivered those pointed remarks today about the current president. And they were the toughest remarks he's made, of course, since leaving office. Nothing like it before today. Obama warned his supporters that these are extraordinary and dangerous times. He knocked Trump, of course, for attacking the press, for pressuring his attorney general to punish political opponents, and for not standing up clearly and unequivocally to Nazi sympathizers. Well, the contrast couldn't be sharper between these two guys.
The closer that we get to Election Day, the more those invested in the politics of fear and division will do anything to hang on to their recent gains.
Their policies are horrible. They're for open borders, meaning let all the crime come in. They're against so many things that you want.
It shouldn't be Democratic or Republican to say that we don't threaten the freedom of the press because they say things or publish stories we don't like.
The latest act of resistance is the op-ed published in the failing New York Times. It's really dangerous, and it's really sad for the media and the mainstream media.
You need to vote because our democracy depends on it.
They like to use the impeach word. Impeach Trump. Maxine Waters, we will impeach him. If it does happen, it's your fault because you didn't go out to vote.
I'm joined now by Adrian Elrod, who's former director of strategic communications for Hillary for America, and Michael Steele's former RNC chair and MSNBC analyst. You know, he's back in the fight again, and I think that he was careful today, and I think the former president is wary because he's seen what happened to anybody who gets into the arena with Trump. You start talking trash talk with him, he trash talks back to you, you look smaller. It's very hard to stay fighting with a guy.
I don't think that's the case with Obama. I think Obama's a different type of player on that space. We saw that at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where he systematically deconstructed Donald Trump in front of Donald Trump, and has a very biting way to do it. It is sort of a highbrow approach, for sure, but no less biting. And I think the president is planning to do a couple of things here. One, obviously to engage the base and get that Democratic vote out there, but also to be that voice that's a counter voice to what's out here now, because that doesn't exist in the Democratic Party. Who is that individual? It's not Cory Booker. It's not Kamala Harris. It's not.
There's no leader of the Democratic Party.
There's no leader who can stand in with stature, to your point, and make the case about a different America, America that we thought we knew, as opposed to the one we're in.
I'm not saying, Adrian, that the former president has a glass jaw, that he can't fight, but I have watched the Trump method. Draw the other person into the pit with you, get the other guy or woman to take shots at you, make them at your level, and then the other person lacks any moral advantage.
Yeah, but I don't think Obama cares. I mean, he sees this as there's a much higher calling right now, which is to try to unite the country. Yeah. And to your point, I mean, he does not see himself as the face of the opposition, the face of the Democratic Party. You may recall, Chris, of course, when President Clinton, when he was the 2 years after he was president, he did sort of take on that role. He was out there more, he was more visible. President Obama is not doing that, but when he does speak, he draws a lot of attention. He's trying to unite the party. He's trying to unite the country, and that's what he sees. He doesn't care if President Trump tweets at him.
Well, we'll see. President Trump wasted no time responding to Barack's remarks. Here's what he had to say during a fundraiser in North Dakota.
I'm sorry I watched it, but I fell asleep. I found he's very good for sleeping.
Okay, here's what I think he's doing. You guys are not going to help me here. I can tell you not. You're all playing it straight. I think he's taunting Obama. He's saying, go get nastier than that. Come on, come at me. Because then if you get nasty against me instead of this, don't be too high level with me. Give me some purchase here.
But, Chris, that is not Obama's style. They call him no drama Obama for a reason. But he does have a way, and we've seen it. I mean, it's not something that is unknown to us. We've seen the former president, take on adversaries in a way in which he scores the points he needs to score. You
like when he made fun of The Apprentice?
Yes, exactly. So he has a way of doing that. Now, is that entertainment for us? Possibly, to a certain degree. But I think there's something bigger and more important here, because this last 2 weeks, Chris, has been a real exposing of some deep fissures in the country, and people are beginning to realize just where we are. And so now there are voices starting to emerge, this op-ed. Other things are starting to happen that are setting a different stage. Now, we'll see how it plays out. You may ultimately be right. But I give Obama an equal footing on
Here's
this
what I think Obama's doing. He basically gave a political speech today, colored in non-political language. He said, even if you don't like the Democratic Party on immigration, even if you don't like them on what do you call it, regulation, you think there's too much big government, even if you don't like them on abortion issues like same-sex, even if you don't like any of these things, here's a chance to punch back at the Trump. In other words, this is an anti-Trump opportunity. He was broadening that tent to include everything but Trump's kids.
But he gave
and vote Democrat.
But he gave an aspirational speech. The contrast that you just showed was incredible. And I think what he's also doing is reminding people, if you want to take back your country, take back democracy, you got to vote. Voter turnout in the midterms is notoriously low. You know that, your former RNC chair. So we got to see turnout if we're going to actually win back some of these House seats and possibly take back the Senate. And
is Hillary going to run next time?
No.
I had to ask you before because I keep hearing these rumors that John Kerry's running, that Biden's running, that Hillary's running, that everybody is running. I keep hearing this, but I'm wrong, right?
She's made it very clear on multiple
None of these older people are going to run.
I don't know about. I can't speak for John Kerry, but
what do you hear, Michael?
Look,
I keep hearing they're all running.
No, I don't hear that they're all running. What I do hear is that of the list you just mentioned, Biden is the one that everyone's got an eye on because, and I think of that list, he is the strongest one to move forward. And I think the country.
It's January.
Age won't be an issue in this next battle.
Really?
No.
Have you been following these Democratic primaries?
I have.
Women are winning, minorities are winning, younger people are always winning.
You're talking about the presidential race. I don't think age is going to be a factor there necessarily. It may play down ballot and other things, but not here.
You agree with that?
I agree, and I think people are going to want somebody who is experienced and somebody who can just come in and take our country back.
I'm with the Tony Bennett model, which is the older guy the young people like. The older guy the young people like. Anyway, Adrian Elrod, thank you. Michael Steele. I think this is too mature an audience here.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.